Welcome to the TV Tuners podcast. I'm Bob Williams, former NASA engineer. I don't really enjoy television unless I'm getting to watch it while experiencing the mind-blowing euphoria of crack, feeling pleasure beyond mortal comprehension. That's why when I need to know what's worth watching, I listen to TV Tuners to find the latest breakdowns for the true fanatic. I'm also able to easily access the TV Tuners house here in Denver, Colorado, and threaten the hosts with a firearm in order to get them to cover topics interesting to me. So sit back, grab your crack pipe, and let's dive into the grim world of television.
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and guy who is really invested in a kidnapping plot.
Hey,
Stairmaster.
man. Let's grab the boy, man.
So many voices you could have picked.
What do you mean, so many voices I could have picked? There's like two.
Yeah, one was not Jamaican.
The 80% of the gang who's Jamaican, and the one guy who doesn't have an accent. Hey, I'm a black guy without an accent.
There was also that, Middle Eastern guy.
You want him to do that voice?
Yeah, you want me to do that voice?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm waiting.
No, I'm not gonna. You do it. Reciprocate.
Stairmaster has been proven not racist in the court of law.
He's been acquitted of all charges.
That other voice you're hearing, of course, is our co-host and kid who just wants his cell phone back, Kiorein.
I'm just an average kid. I want my phone back, please.
Kids, am I right?
A little dumb piece of shit.
Kids be on their phones.
Yeah, that's
my
true.
friend was kidnapped.
My enemy was kidnapped.
My enemy was kidnapped.
I don't know. He talked about him like he was his friend. Like he was the only
friend who stole
he had.
all of his stuff from him, and he just learned the name of today.
And his friend was like...
It's like you were paying better attention to this than I was, Stairmaster.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, but he talks about him with reverence when he
reverence? What?
He's like,
what the fuck are you smoking?
He's like, my friend. He's like, yeah, he had all my stuff and he wanted to ride my bike, so I let him ride my bike.
Yeah, when he was describing this person, he did not describe him like that. Yeah, they were lovers.
Yeah,
very tragic story.
It was a love affair gone wrong.
The classic yaoi archetype of kleptomaniac.
Yeah, true.
Classic.
Anyway, I need to know more about this kid that they gloss over. But we'll get to that, I guess.
Do you?
Yeah, why is he stealing the rich kid's shit? Why is he just
because it's nice,
following this
Swanson.
kid around stealing his shit, and then tells him to meet up with him just so he can ride his bike?
Swanson, you ever see something real nice?
Have you ever coveted a woman?
Expand on how that's like stealing a cell phone and stuff.
The point is that you desire something that you can't have.
The point is, it's an object and you want it.
Something you can pick up and run off with.
Anyway, welcome to another exciting edition of TV Tuners. Back at it again. And we're here as always. And if you're listening, you have some quips, some comments, a question, foresight, otherwise, well, you can send them to us at our email address and we'll read them aloud on the podcast. That's right. Wow. All you gotta do is send them to tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's the email address, Kiorein?
At tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right, and we'll let you figure out how to spell those pronunciations.
Hey, man, hit me up on the Gmail.
You can be like Geo, who sent us this email. Danger close. Fellas, do you think anyone has ever had handjob actual as a military call sign?
No.
Thanks.
No.
No, but they would be the coolest military officer ever.
They'd be too cool. They'd be like the Serpico of military officers.
This is handjob actual.
Coming in now.
I feel like they'd be extremely skilled, but still just die.
Yeah, probably.
Skilled at what? Say it, Keo.
Shooting people and explosives and other military-related things.
Yeah, by hand job he means like he's good with his hands in terms of using them to murder people for the glory of the state.
Yeah, he's trying to get to 100 war crimes, but he's cut down in his crime.
Yeah, he's trying to break Mickey Mantle's record of war crimes. Okay, do you guys want to hear the suggestions Google has for my response to Geo?
Yes,
Okay.
as always.
First up, not that I know of. So the truest answer. Middle one, as usual. Well, I don't know. The last one has some potential too. Middle one is maybe my favorite. Not at all.
Well, I do like the decisiveness on that.
And then there's some potential in this last one. Absolutely.
Which way, Western man?
I like the positivity of the absolutely.
Yeah,
hit
we
that
need
one.
that.
Yeah,
in
it's
these
a
trying
it's a
times.
glass half full sort of response. You want to believe that someone has hand job actual as a call sign.
Yeah, and it doesn't imply that you know for a fact, but you're just very confident that that is the case.
Right. If Jack Ryan were in the military, he would have hand job actual as his military call sign.
He was.
Well, I mean, if he still were.
Wow. Anyway, so that's TV Tuners Podcast at gmail.com.
And that's the
right.
podcast.
Bye.
Yeah.
That was a quick one, guys.
We're in and out faster than Hand Job Actual.
That's why they call him that, because he's in and out fast.
Yes. He's a 3-stroke king.
He's a 3-stroke king. He has 2 fingernails trimmed.
Well, I guess that is a form of
Is
hand
that
job.
what we're impressed with nowadays?
Yeah, that's what that everyone says. Oh yeah, we know what that's for.
We'll just leave it up to interpretation.
Anyway, that's about it for that. So I got a question that I ask every week. It's an important one.
Oh.
What'd you guys watch this week? Anything fun, exciting? Something you want to talk about?
Oh, I watched Hidden
No.
Strike, starring Jackie Chan and John Cena.
And you could see them, right?
Yes. You can see all of the moves, which
Oh.
I guess is good filmmaking.
Yeah,
but
it'd
bad
be bad if
marketing.
you couldn't.
Also, this film was like stored in a warehouse for like 5 years and had 20 separate proposed titles.
Do you have some of them?
That's what they settled on?
Well, no, I did not have them.
Imagine going through 20 titles and you settle on Hidden Strike, which is like a move in a video game.
The film had been known under several potential titles, including Ex-Baghdad, Project X, Project Extraction, and Snafu, which is sort of like Fubar.
Yeah, Snafu probably would have been the best one. Although, I would have loved to see a movie called Ex-Baghdad. So what's going on here?
So they're like in a generic Middle Eastern country that's war-torn. And like these bad guys want to steal the oil from the Chinese oil refinery, and Jackie Chan's mercenary team is trying to get the oil refinery guys out. And the bad guys recruit John Cena, but he decides, no, this isn't for him. So they kill its brother, and now he wants revenge, so he helps Jackie Chan rescue the oil refinery guys.
Oil.
There's a part where John Cena picks up a big steel pipe and fights guys with machetes. That's cool.
All right. I'm liking the sound
Tune
of this.
No. It's a tight 90 minutes. That's the best thing I can say about it. It feels like it feels like an echo of Rush Hour.
Well, no one can
distorted by the
people able
fucked
to
up.
understand the words coming out of Jackie Chan's mouth.
Yes. Well, no.
Okay,
the thing is,
so-
they make a joke about John Cena having bad Chinese.
Oh, well, that's the opposite of John Cena. We all know
Yeah.
he's good at Chinese.
Yeah.
We've all seen the video of him apologizing in Mandarin.
Now, this is, I guess you could say it might be a good hangover movie, but like, it doesn't really pop or anything. It's like a distorted funhouse mirror of a good Hong Kong movie from the 90s. This, like, covered in the thick Vaseline of all the worst excesses of modern day filmmaking.
That's jaked up.
Yeah, the grim world of cinema. And that's it.
Okay. I'm going to assume Keo didn't watch anything unless he wants to chime in and say yes.
The answer is no. I have not watched a thing.
I watched a couple things I'll discuss
Oh,
right
great.
here at this very moment. Why do you sound agitated for the fact that I watched something?
You always got to show off.
Swanson's always bragging about all these things he's watched.
Yeah. I don't get to talk about the things I read, so it's unfair.
What'd you read recently? The
Oh, I
Communist
read,
Manifesto?
No. I read the Tsukihime remake. That was good.
Oh, did they do a good job?
Yeah, they got the funny cat back.
Oh, I like funny
Tell me
cats.
about this cat.
Well, the cat shows up whenever you pick an ending where the character dies. And
Why would you pick that ending? That's really sad.
well, you don't know what the choices are going to cause. That's the tension.
I would choose properly. I would.
I am fairly good at choosing properly, actually. Humble brag.
Yeah.
Humble brag, yeah. Well, Stair, when I'm experiencing this visual novel universe, I will definitely use you as my guide.
Yeah, just ask me for advice.
I'll be like, Stair, should I pick the option that has a skull next to it or the one that doesn't?
That sure would be helpful.
Always go with the skull.
Or a little tooltip that says spoiler, : X character will
No, the
die if
choices
you
are-
choose this option.
The choices are usually stuff like stab the guy or wait a second. And for some reason, stabbing the guy always gets you killed. Well, it's
I guess you should wait.
at least 6 times out of 9, I would
Yeah,
say.
it's about the importance of waiting before you stab.
You gotta be patient with your knife.
Yeah. Anyway, what'd you watch, Swanson?
I watched some movies. First up, I'm going to talk about The Northman.
Northman.
Yeah, it's good.
Ironically,
It's
about a
good
guy who
shit.
goes south for a while.
It's true, but he's from the north, so he goes south to kill.
And then he goes really north.
Yeah. Imagine Hamlet, but it's like full of Norse mythology and just like really weird. Not even mythology, it's just Norse people doing shit.
Yeah, it's like basically the North mythology without any like localization for modern times.
Yeah.
So their cultural norms are just alien and bizarre. The sense of morality.
Also, it's not clear if any of what they actually believe is happening or if it's just their thought process going on. Although there are some spooky ravens, so.
And
who
also
knows what they
Steve
get up to.
Buscemi's in a cave.
Not Steve Buscemi, Willem Dafoe.
Oh, why did I think it was Steve Buscemi? Well, they're both great.
I mean,
Those are different people.
Is Steve Buscemi
no, it's
in
Willem
the
Dafoe. No, he's not. It's Willem Dafoe who's there for a little bit and then gets beheaded. Spoilers.
Yeah, for the crime of giving out advice.
Yeah.
Stair, sounds like you've watched
Yes,
this.
I did. I feel like I also talked about it on the podcast.
It's the male version of Barbie.
Yeah, somewhat.
I mean, can you deny it?
Maybe. There are parallels to be made. I guess you could say what's his name? Bad Geisen. It's sort of like the Mattel board.
Fjolnir?
Yeah. How the fuck am I supposed to remember his name? I saw it like a year ago, Swanson.
The guy, the main character literally repeats to himself that he's going to get revenge on Fjolnir.
Like I said, it was a year ago, and also I was watching it in a room in the basement with the heater running, and there were no subtitles.
Oh, that sounds like a hallucinatory experience.
It was kind of rough.
Anyway, yeah, it kicks ass. I would have liked it to be actually even weirder, but it I like how weird it gets. Also, it does something that I think more movies need to do, which is spoilers, I guess, if you want to just skip ahead a little bit. More movies should end with two bitter enemies fighting naked over a volcano.
So sort of like Char's Counterattack.
Yeah. It's true, they are sort of fighting over a mother figure.
My grand unifying theory of cinema. Soon it will be accomplished.
Anyway, that's a tune-in for that one. I also watched...
Classic.
It's true. I watched Tar.
Well, that's
about
the one
everyone's favorite composer, Lydia Tarr, a definitely real person.
All I know about that is there's a sad ending where she's about to do an orchestra comprised of video game music.
Yeah,
also, she has drug problems, maybe?
No, she gets canceled.
Oh,
she's a sexual abuser.
Oh, so why are we rooting for her?
You're not.
Oh,
it's a character study in how someone keeps that sort of facade going until they don't.
Oh,
it's a good movie. It's completely hinged on Cate Blanchett's performance, but damn, she delivered it. It's good stuff. But when everything immediately falls apart, it falls apart so fast that it's almost comical. But yeah, that ending is killer. It's so funny. It's the fucking perfect ending that she deserves everything she gets.
Yeah.
It made you smile and laugh?
Yeah, so she's like this world famous composer who like teaches at Juilliard as like a guest lecturer, and like everyone roundly respects her until all these accusations come out, and then she does some other shady shit, and it gets real wild, and it ends with her spoilers again, I guess, going to do a performance, and you think it's going to be like a real classical piece, and it turns out it's the Monster Hunter OST. And just all of the people in the audience are in cosplay.
Oh.
It's real funny. It's great stuff. The movie itself isn't like hilarious. I don't think it's not a comedy in any way, but that part and some other bits are just extremely funny. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's especially like it's a killer ending because you see throughout the film how like self-serious she takes everything. So to see her denigrated to that level after all of the
You're saying that
bullshit she pulled.
The ultimate fall is to perform video game music?
Yes.
For her, I think it is definitely a fall for her. Like for all of the other people who are playing in that, it's probably a great achievement for them.
Or anti-gamer propaganda, I see. Got it.
I mean, everyone in the audience seems to be loving it. I don't think they know who Lydia Tarr is, so. Anyway, it's a great movie. Beautifully shot. Wonderful to look at. A lot of weird sound choices that are prevalent for the film. Good stuff. Tune in. That's it for me.
Oh, I thought there was going to be a third one.
Well, I mean, there is a third one, I guess, if we want to talk about it.
No.
I don't have as much to say about it.
If you have nothing to say nothing at all.
I mean, I'll say something anyway, I guess. I watched a little horror movie on Max called We're All Going to the World's Fair. It was all right.
Okay, I believe you.
Anyway, that's what I watched, and that's what we watched. So
I
now
haven't watched nothing.
Now it's time for another segment that we always do that everyone loves. It's the news. Except for the fact that there's not really a whole lot of news. You know this.
Is the strike still happening?
No news is good news. In the case of a strike, that means bad news.
The strike's still happening.
It's
not
still
in the strike.
happening. Not and the studio heads have not come to the table with anything. I think they're refusing to meet with the.
All right,
yeah.
Get me John Hollywood on the phone. I need to talk to this man. And
All right, I have his number. There you go.
all right, let me.
I thought he died in like
John.
John Hollywood here.
Hey, so how's that strike going? You negotiating with the union? How's
Negotiate?
That going?
We don't negotiate with terrorists, and by terrorists, I mean people who want money.
Well, you want money.
I have money.
But you want more.
You want more money, don't you?
Oh, of course. Who doesn't want more money? Terrorists. That's
all right.
who.
So give it. Well, okay. Well, the union wants more money. They want to be paid for their work.
You say union, I say no men.
No men.
No men. We don't have no men. They want all the unions with women.
Imagine the studio full of nothing but broads.
That's my brother Don Hollywood.
I'm not in charge.
No, he just
Despite
takes
what my
notes.
name would suggest.
Yeah, you think he would be in charge, but no, I'm in charge. John.
No,
Hollywood.
his name is just Donald.
No, it's just Don.
No.
Aren't you listening? Clean the shit out of your ears.
So his actual name is Don. It's not short for Donald.
Hang up on
Don.
this nerd.
My name's John. And there's no Donald. And there's no Jonathan.
Okay, so how about this? I want you to go ahead and do what the union says, pay them the money, and do all their commands because they are on strike.
What if there was
and
a
that
third
means
brother named Mon Hollywood, and he was Jamaican?
Well,
That's preposterous.
that would be crazy. That would be crazy because there's only 3 people that do the voices, and I'm already in the conversation.
Also, it's bold of you to assume that a Jamaican man would be an executive in Hollywood.
Well, okay, he's not Jamaican, but he speaks Jamaican.
Oh, well, that's funny. That's classic comedy right there. Writers don't write like that anymore.
Yeah, they're not writing anything right now, are they? Because they're on strike. You better pay them.
Well,
Like
here's
it's
my
a-
counteroffer. Keo, you ready for this? Here's my counteroffer.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Like, just imagining a turn-of-the-century Jewish businessman with dreads. Kind of Rasta cap.
Don, are you writing this down?
And he's just deeply confused.
No, he has clarity of purpose, Keo. It's everyone else
Don,
who's
write
confused.
this down. You're not a writer, so it's okay if you scab.
I think we've hit an impasse. We should hang up on this guy.
Yeah, he sounds like a jerk.
But I just want people to get paid, please.
It's not going to happen, Keo. Not in this lifetime.
Yeah, they haven't come
All right,
to the negotiating table yet, and as you can hear from John Hollywood there, they don't seem interested.
Yeah, they're just in there like spitballing these strange concepts about like racial stereotypes being combined.
Yeah, it's not great. But anyway, since I don't have a whole lot of news for you, I figure we bring back, and most of our old segments are kind of on hold right now. No sense in doing Trailer Blazers when there's a strike going on, and there's no sense in doing Guess Who's Coming when there's a strike going on. So
We could do an anime trailer.
What trailer do you have for us, Keo?
yeah, what do you?
I don't know. I imagine they have them though, don't they?
I assume
I
there's
don't know.
one.
Do they make trailers for animes?
Yeah.
I guess.
Do they
Yeah, they want people
market
to watch
their
the new-
products, Swanson?
Yeah, I'm like a commercial, but like,
Yeah,
is there like a
that's
trailer?
what a trailer
like,
is, buddy.
is it though?
Yes.
Swanson has no respect for the anime
Swanson's
industry.
stupid.
He has a deep disdain for animated products from Japan.
Oh no! What do you mean? I loved my adventures with Superman.
Yeah, what you
But you-
tuned in
oh, you
on
did.
last week.
That's right, and we
That was
definitely
last
did it
week?
last week. Yeah, who's stupid now, you little bitch?
What did we do last week? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Black Mirror?
We did like a black. There was a black man. You're mixing,
Oh,
you're mixing
we
up your
did
words.
Hijack. What a waste
Black
of a
Mirror.
show.
Black Man? Anyway, we're going to do the Stairmaster Minute, and it's going to be starting now.
Oh, shit. So, Iran-Contra, that was pretty fucked up, right? So they were, like, giving guns to Iran so they could give money to the Contras? I haven't done this in a while, guys. It's kind of hard. Why does Knuckles have Legos on his shoes? Are those like... they're not... there's no laces or anything. And they seem to look like they're made out of metal, but why? Why is there metal Lego bricks on top of his shoes? He doesn't use them when climbing, because he puts his soles on the wall.
Okay, so I feel like it's worth mentioning that I've never really thought about this, but Knuckles' shoes are sort of odd.
Yeah. Where did he get his shoes from? He lived on an island
Jamaica.
all his life.
Yeah, did he make them?
Jamaica.
Oh. They make them like that?
Is he
There?
the cobbler?
Swanson, I do want to say that we're getting calls from a human rights organization saying that what we just did to Stairmaster was very cruel.
But not unusual.
So are you saying we can never do the Stairmaster Minute again?
Well, do you care about being on good terms with human rights organizations?
Well, deeply, of course, as we all know. I love human rights. And I say that all the time.
They say that if we want to do the Stairmaster Minute, we need to give him a prompt to discuss, and we can't just make him start talking because he gets very distressed.
I don't know. This is how we've always done it.
They sent a picture of a scared rabbit, and they said that's what basically Stairmaster was.
This is a small little creature.
I
So I don't know what to do about this.
Do they want us to like just do it right now? You saying we should do another Stairmaster Minute right now for prompt?
No.
I mean, do you have a prompt ready for Stairmaster?
prompt?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I could come up with a prompt right now for Stair.
Well, here, let me text the guy.
Okay.
He says yes. Do another one.
Oh,
Make him
okay.
feel better.
All right.
No, I don't think this is going to make me feel better.
Well, I mean, it's worth a try, I think. So here you go, guys. For the fans, a little bonus Stairmaster Minute here. Here's a prompt, Stairmaster. I want you to talk about hot dogs.
Can I? Has it started yet?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Starting
Okay.
now.
So the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile, is that like a hot dog car, or is it just like a wiener? Well, what makes a hot dog a hot dog? Is it the bun, or is it a hot dog by itself? Do you think that the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile car is like aerodynamic because of its shape? Because it's kind of, you think there'd be like good airflow in the front of it because of the rounded surface. Didn't they retire that anyways? I can't fucking... Oh, wait, no. They changed the name, I think. I can't remember what it was. I don't know. How come there aren't more cars that are shaped after famous food products? I feel like that's a gold mine.
Yeah.
A
I feel
fount.
like, what if we need like more hamburger cars, like a
Pepsi Mobile.
yeah. It's like a Pepsi can. A donut car. That's a good one.
A donut car would just be like those robots from Victory Gundam.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I want a pizza. I want a pizza slice car for myself.
Oh, that's a good one. A car that's like a pot sticker.
I'm hungry.
Or like an egg roll car.
A train car that's like a shish kebab.
Yeah, that's good. Sushi car. Anyway, we're getting very hungry here. That was another.
It's 11 p.m. We can't be getting hungry.
True. It's another exciting edition. That was another exciting edition of Stairmaster Minute. So, with all that out of the way, I guess it's time for us to talk about the show we watched, huh? No, you've been dying
guess.
to discuss this. We watched the show, and now we're going to talk about it. Full Circle comes to Max from director Steven Soderbergh.
What a waste.
The famed director behind such hits as Out of Sight, Magic Mike, and of course, the Oceans franchise.
Didn't he also do Traffic?
He did. He did Traffic. A couple
And
other big
Contagion.
ones. Contagion. Logan Lucky, that's a fun one. Aaron
We like
Brockovich.
movies here.
Yeah, he's a famed director. Full Circle.
And I thought he was dead.
Nope, very much alive. He's only 60. Not that he could die, but Full Circle.
I mean, America's life expectancy is rapidly plummeting.
Full Circle involves an investigation into a botched kidnapping that uncovers long-held secrets connecting multiple characters and cultures in present-day New York City. Did Full Circle bring you back to where it all started, or did it leave you stuck in the middle?
I will say this is very disappointing. You'd think that a TV show that opens with like a guy getting got,
Immediately.
silenced pistol, like that would have an easier time keeping you hooked.
Murder from the jump. I thought we were going to get in for something good. Listen, I thought that opening is fun, and the first line being not the first line, but like the first joke being "This is too much money" is pretty good. But everything
I don't
after
think it's
that
a joke.
is...
I think it's supposed to be like a hook, like a mystery box.
Oh,
Why is
thought
there
of it
extra money?
I thought of it as a joke because no one would ever say this is too much money.
A man
No,
has
it's not a
died,
joke.
Swanson.
Yeah, it seems as if the man who has the money orchestrated it.
I don't know.
But I guess we don't
Swanson,
really know
who-
what the whole deal is with that opening scene yet.
I want less money, not more money, and it's scary when people give me more money than I asked for.
Yeah, when you get too much money, what do?
Throw it out.
Get rid of it! Anyway, this show happens and...
And that's that. There's like 40 viewpoint characters that are introduced to you in the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's a
And I
bit too
didn't
much.
like any of them.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that they're all sort of... they're played by great actors, but then they're all sort of just bland. Or at least some of them are played by great actors. I don't know all the cast.
We don't have an opportunity to really attach to any character in particular, but worse than that, they
It's
don't really
worse than-
present... What'd you say, Stair?
It's worse than Zeta Gundam, I would say. Which is we have all seen, and by as a society.
Yeah. Well, Zeta Gundam doesn't just like throw them at you right at the very second, you know? It lets you...
Yeah.
You get sort of in with Camille for a bit before they start playing like, here's this guy and this guy. Also,
and now he's gone for 40 episodes.
there's some people that you know, even if they go by some different names.
Yeah. Yeah, what I'm saying is Full Circle needed Job John
Yes,
and Omer.
for sure. Yeah, Timothy Oliphant should have been playing some mysterious guy with sunglasses who looks like a war criminal that people know.
Oh, you mean it's a crossover with Justified?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Wait, is Is Raylan Givens a war criminal? I mean, he does kill a lot of people.
He does kill. All wars are criminal, Swanson. That's why they're bad.
Yeah, but he wasn't in a war, unless you count it as like a war on the streets.
A war on crime.
Yeah, true. If this show had it obviously has Timothy Olyphant, but if also they found a way to get Walton Goggins on here,
that'd be interesting. And if Walton Goggins had dreadlocks and spoke with a Jamaican accent,
yeah, beautiful.
This show's idea of getting you attached to some characters is just having them kind of like talk to each other for a minute, and you're like, yeah, they talk, they're people. Don't you care about them? Come on, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, I don't know, it's very dry the way these people talk to each other, especially in the crime scenes.
Yeah, there's also this like Fox documentary style of filming to things. Like they're following the characters with the shaky cam in some shots.
Yeah, Soderbergh, I feel like that's a new style he's been trying out. I saw it in his last film that I watched, Kimmy. And that was...
He also sort of did it in Traffic.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing it a lot more.
To way better effect.
It's also way better in Kimmy, too, because a lot of what that movie is doing is dealing with the pandemic in a very real way. So when she walks outside, it becomes like a shaky cam sort of dealing with passing people on the street and stuff.
Wait, he did another movie about... I feel like if you make Contagion and then the coronavirus happens...
Oh,
that's gold.
It's not about the pandemic. Kimmy's not about the pandemic. Oh. It's about what's the word for someone who doesn't want to go outside? An agoraphobia?
An agoraphobic.
Yeah, she's an agoraphobic, and she is gets embroiled in a criminal deal.
Oh, so it's like, what's that Hitchcock film?
Oh, like Rear Window, sort of.
Rear Window, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I recommend it. Anyway, we're talking about better. A lot of this is going to be us just talking about things that Steven Soderbergh has done that are better than this, which is most of his filmography. Oh, go watch Magic Mike. Better than this. At least in that movie, that movie has one centerpiece character that it focuses on.
Yeah, who are we focusing on in this one? The kid?
I guess. Yeah, his little shit kid. Like this.
You know what other show has like 6 viewpoint characters?
What?
We Own the City. And that also has the double sin of doing non-linear storytelling. Skipping around years from years.
Oh.
Like one scene will be in 2017 and then you'll see John Barenthal getting trained in 2003.
Does it tell you when it happens?
Oh, yeah.
That's a little better, I guess.
Well, when John Barenthal's flashbacks are going on, you get like the police paperwork pops up on screen and you see it filled out and you see the date written at the end.
Yeah. I just feel like it's a lot to throw all these people at you at once. I don't know what the method should have been. Maybe just doing a couple of maybe just focusing for longer stretches of time on one story before having them all converge. Like I don't know, maybe do all of the crime stuff up front or at the end.
Yeah, so this is the crime stuff, but there's like 2 separate branches to the crime stuff. There's the boss, the sister, and then you got the, I want to say migrants.
Yeah.
Storyline. And then you got the family, and there's like 8 characters involved in that sort of domain.
Right.
And then you got like the paralegal woman or whatever.
Which is the most superfluous one, but I feel like probably has an important reason for being around.
And she only gets 3 scenes total.
Yeah. In fact, you don't even need any of her actual establishing scenes in this first episode. Just have her show up and just... Okay, so...
Honestly, the scene where she confronts him on the street, the guy on the street, I don't even remember any of the characters' names, except for the kid who's named Jeff.
Yeah.
And there's a guy named Jacked.
No.
Right?
The kid's name is not Jeff. You're thinking of Chef Jeff, who was the TV show guy played by Dennis Quaid.
What was the kid's name, man?
Jared.
The kid is...
I don't know.
Yeah, Jared Mesa.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, it's a lot of viewpoints, and it's kind of, it's not hard to follow exactly. It's a lot to.
We didn't feel like it.
Yeah, like I don't know. It feels like there's a more economical way of getting all of this across, without me having to take like notes on who this group is.
It didn't really give me a reason to follow along with any of this. Like I don't care. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know.
I don't care about the son who lost his sneakers and then his asshole dad just talks down to him.
Yeah. He's like, all right, we're going to have to establish a plan.
Oh, I've fucking had that conversation with my dad before.
Yeah, how'd that end?
Worse.
Did you walk into your room silently?
Yes.
Establishing a plan? What does that mean?
I don't fucking know.
That's what he says when he loses his phone. He's like, we gotta establish a plan to make sure this doesn't happen again. Which I think is just him doing like corporate speak, but to his son.
We'll circle back to this.
Yeah, like because he's like he's some sort of corporate executive with this. Chef, from what I can gather from these scenes, Chef Jeff is a show that his wife's dad is the Jeff in question. And so he works on it in some respect.
And there's also a casino.
Yeah, something involved with a casino, or he does a lot of gambling. I'm not sure.
Folks, we're struggling here.
All I know is that Chef Jeff has a ponytail and he's played by Dennis Quaid. And that I was interested in him from the moment I saw the ponytail.
And also the lady Claire Danes from Homeland.
I need a whole. Oh yeah, Claire Danes is here.
Yeah, she doesn't get to do anything because there's like 50 characters who are all fighting for screen time.
Yes. Yeah.
It's hard to make us like her when her character is, rich and out of touch. Very negative traits.
True. Also, all the family characters devolve into like parody by the end of the first episode, which is odd because in these opening scenes they seem normal in like the rich person way, like TV rich. I mean, as we know, real life rich people are the weirdest people alive. But like the TV ideal of rich people where they're just like a normal family. They don't seem weird or unadjusted in any way until the kidnapping happens, which maybe there's a point there, but like it's a very weird comedic shift that happens.
Wow.
For these.
Do you think this is a comedy, Swanson?
No, but you don't think you don't think those last scenes where they're saying like, "Oh, should we call the cops?" are clearly hinging towards comedy. Dennis Quaid is playing this like it's a comedy.
I think Hijack is still looming in my mind where everyone makes the stupidest decision possible to keep the drama going. So I just thought that was what was going on here. Because if they call the police, the show's over. These
characters are speaking like it's like they're doing like a weird, like there's weird comedic beats that are happening. Like, when Dennis Quaid's character is introduced, he's playing chess, and he says, "Oh, I've got to go," and he starts running. And it's weird. It's a weird moment to introduce it, because to that point, the show has not been funny. And I mean, it's not really funny in any moment, but it's, like, clearly trying to be comedic.
I thought he was supposed to take that seriously.
I don't know if it is trying to be comedic. Have you? Okay, listen. I fixate on one thing when I watch these shows that you guys don't seem to comment on.
Yeah.
I always mention this, and you guys are like, "Oh yeah, I don't care." But the score,
okay.
the score of this show,
it's very dramatic.
It's extremely like over the top dramatic. It's just like,
but also forgettable since I can't remember anything.
Well, yeah, there's no compositions that are like interesting, but it's very heavy-handed. It's like, guys, you should feel nervous during this scene. Guys, this is upsetting. Guys, come on, pay attention. And I don't know, with that music blaring over the scenes, I couldn't extract any comedy from it, Swanson. I didn't detect any. So, I mean, I think it may have been unintentionally funny at some points, but I don't think they were going for it at all.
I think Swanson's just too friendly.
I'm going to need you to explain what the fuck that even means.
He's a little goober.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think you're being generous to this program by assuming that the fact that you had a chuckle
I'm saying it was bad that it was trying to be funny. There's not being being generous. I'm saying the comedic undertones were weird and unnecessary.
Oh. Maybe there were comedic undertones, but they were done in a way that was so clumsy that I could not tell they were trying to be funny. Was it funny when the kidnappers didn't understand, like, you need to give the phone to the kid and let them talk for a minute so that they understand that you actually have the right person?
Yeah, I thought that was just the scriptwriters being stupid.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure that any of the comedy is focused on anything other than these rich white people.
Why the fuck do you keep saying it's a comedy? Is that what it says on Max?
Is this a dark comedy?
I'm saying that there were some parts that felt like they were trying to be a comedy. I don't know why this is such a fucking hang-up.
This is described as a drama, a crime, and a mystery, Swanson. No comedy.
Yeah, that's why it's an undertone. You don't put it in the fucking description.
Oh, wait, hold on. There is a guy in the comments who said that there are lighthearted comic undertones. But
oh, okay, so some dude said it in a comment, so now it's totally valid?
I guess we just are out of touch with humanity, me and Keo.
Yeah, I trust this commenter. This commenter was able to pick up on it. Yeah, commenter
named Eggers.
Yeah, this commenter, of course, who's very observant and not some fucking idiot like me who hosts a podcast.
I'm sorry.
Look, I trust Eggers more than Swanson. All right, here's what Eggers said, and Swanson, I want you to feel vindicated by this comment. Eggers, our trusted friend who's going to be a guest on the podcast, says, "A convoluted mess, and the lighthearted / comic undertone is confusing."
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, these guys, I feel like you guys were checked out at the end. Which is fine.
No, I wasn't checked out. I just thought that the writers were very stupid and didn't understand how people behaved, and they weren't trying to be funny.
Yes,
that's the take I got from it, because the thing I fixate on when these programs are up and running is the score they're using. And when they're doing these quote-unquote lighthearted moments, they have this dramatic, like, these... like, oh, this is very bad. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if they wanted it to have a comedic undertone, maybe don't play that music at me when I'm trying to watch the show. Honestly, that's maybe my take.
I think my thing is that it's not an undertone that's throughout the whole episode. Is what I'm trying to get at. It's just in this one. These guys are the parents, the family are like bumbling in a way that's supposed to be like mildly comedic. And I think it's a weird choice.
I thought the writers were being stupid, like Hijack.
I mean, it's very possible that they were. And I'm not even giving them the benefit here because I think it doesn't work.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't work. That's definitely what I'm going to draw from this, because I did not crack a smile at these antics. I was just irritated with them. I was just like, these people are stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect to spend 20 minutes talking about that one point.
Look, we have nothing else to talk about with this program, do we?
It was very beautiful when they got on the boat and sailed to America.
It's true, yeah. I actually was invested in those two characters whose names I don't remember until we got to the mainland. So for the whole 2 minutes,
convoluted. And then there's a stupid plot about them switching out the kidnapped kid with a dummy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
which doesn't come up in this episode.
Comes to nothing. Do you think they're gonna like kidnap the real kid?
I don't know. How are they gonna kidnap the real kid now? They're gonna have like.
I have no idea.
They're gonna do some bumbling, vaguely comedic thing, and
the kid's gonna like trip on the rug and slide out the front door.
So you guys got to talk about.
He's gonna sneak out at night to go try to find his phone or something, and then get kidnapped. Something really stupid like that.
So you guys got to mention your little friend there. What was his name?
Hi,
Eggers.
little friend. Eggers.
Robert Eggers. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about my friend here on IMDb, VHS Dynamite, who in his review titled "Badly Written and Forgettable" says, "Lead writer Ed Solomon is a comedy writer, which explains the weird tone in this show. There are too many jokes for it to be an engaging drama, but not enough humor to be a comedy, nor enough suspense or mystery to be a thriller. Instead, it's this half-serious, non-engaging story."
Which is weird because, you see comedic actors putting out good dramatic performances.
True. And there's not really... None of the people here are comedic actors other than Jim Gaffigan shows up for some reason.
I mean, it doesn't transfer over to writing, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Case. Not at all.
But it does, doesn't it? I can't think of any right now, but I guarantee you there are comedic actors who have written very serious films or TV shows that were highly successful.
I'm sure it happened.
No, it's happened.
If you want us to, if you want to tell us, you can email us at gmail.com. TV tuners.
Yeah, we could never think of a show by a comedian that's been good, that has dramatic roles. Certainly not one we watched in the last 2 months.
No.
Perhaps about a hitman.
Oh, yeah.
Or perhaps one of our favorite shows about a lawyer that also involves a comedian in the lead role.
Yeah, well, Bob Odenkirk in the interviews is always like, the writing is all them. They did a terrific job.
Yeah,
it's
but
all them. It's all Vince and Co.
You know that it's just him being like, he did have to contribute some part of it. He couldn't just go in there and act like Barry.
Oh, wait, I thought we're talking about Better Call Saul.
No, I mean act like actual Barry Berkman. How he acts.
Oh, okay. Oh, that would be very interesting.
Like Bob Odenkirk couldn't go in there and be like, "Chuck, you lied to me again."
That's going to be the next phase of deepfake meme videos. Bad performance edits.
True. Also, by the way, on the IMDb page, more like this, first one up, Hijack.
Yes.
So I guess they think this and Hijack do have something in common.
They both involve like people like having some kind of hostage-like situation.
Oh.
Anyway, we got really hung up on whether or not there were comedic undertones to this fucking show, and it
doesn't matter because I'm tuning out either way.
Yeah, some stuff happens. It doesn't really.
A kid gets his finger chopped off.
Yeah, a kid gets his finger chopped off, and like all of the adults who are watching it are like, "Ooh."
Also, like a wheelchair man gets murdered or something.
Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird thing to do to your new recruits. If The Wire taught me anything, it's that you don't go to murder right away with a new recruit.
Was the Get Out film like funny? Was that like a funny movie?
Get Out? I mean, there's funny bits in it.
No, it's a horror movie with like.
The beginning has some comedy bits,
and like it's kind of funny in a fucked up way at the end.
I mean, the one dad saying he would have voted for Obama for a third term is funny.
That is a masterful bit of like character development.
But the movie itself,
single line of dialogue.
Movie itself is not funny.
See, there you go. There's an example. I thought of it.
We did it.
Yeah, there you go. True. Actually, all of Jordan Peele's movies kind of expertly balance that sort of. They have funny bits, but they're not funny.
Yeah, so that's a tune in on Nope.
on Nope, on Us, on Get Out, and then it's a Nope on Full Circle.
Yeah, it's a tune out on Full Circle. No thanks.
Listen, do we have anything else we want to say about this movie?
Otherwise I wouldn't say tune out.
This show, since, I mean, I feel like we didn't even talk anything about anything else that happened. Because we got so distracted by this.
Well, look.
They're cowards for not showing us the cutting off the finger.
True.
Look, we're the only people talking about this. So really, the show should be grateful for our time.
Yeah.
I mean, Eggers is talking about this.
Yeah.
Not in like an official medium.
Eggers is fourth host of the podcast now, from what I heard. Might as well be the fucking host. As important as his opinion is. Anyway. That's it for this week's episode of the show. That's a tune out on Full Circle. And that'll about do it for this week's episode of the show. Listen, if you're listening here and you're like, wow, that show sounded uneventful. They talked about the same thing for 20 minutes. In a heated argument that no one expected to happen.
No.
What if I could get them to have a heated argument about something that I actually want them to have happen? Perhaps about anime? Well, all you gotta do is go over to buymeacoffee.com/TVTuners. A single coffee gives you a single topic about anything you want us to discuss. We can talk about who would win in a fight, Goku or Vegeta. I feel like we know this answer.
You could make us watch Ram Ranch.
Sure. Anything goes. And that'll about do it for this week's episode of the show. Next week on the pod, we travel to the far-off land of video game properties for a post-apocalyptic show featuring Anthony Mackie and a clown. It's Twisted Metal next week on the pod. Until then, keep watching. Bye. It's over.
I found him.
I told you I'd shoot Kyo if you didn't talk about anime, and I'm a man of my word. Now I'm going to destroy Stairmaster's Gunpla collection.